Hello everyone, welcome back. We're doing these two pages today. They're collages. This is my collage book that I made, and I'm using it only for collages. So what I was doing there was trying to make sure that my pages stay centered because it's loose and I could easily pull them out. So I was just measuring to make sure that they don't go past the 2 marks that I made. So I'm starting on my right page. I know that I wanted to use this book page because it looks pretty, so I decided to put it in. Today I have a couple pieces, scraps that I just pulled out and I decided to use it. So what I'm doing here is tanning. I'm coloring this piece of netted, it's like plastic, my seamstress gave it to me. Normally other people would use what's this thing called? They would use ink, but I don't have any. So I'm using shoe polish, which was great. It's brown. I think it's a darker brown. So I'm using that to color it. I also use it to color the edges of my pages instead of the ink. So here I have my pieces that I gathered. I ripped out from various parts. That green piece that I have my right hand on, it's actually part of a pant. My sister was throwing away her pant because it wasn't good anymore, but of course I saw parts of it that I actually liked, so I asked her for it, and yeah, I cut it up. And those are the buttons from it as well. So this is my button bag, and I'm just searching around because that'll add a nice embellishment to the page. And that shiny piece there is another piece of scrap that I got from my seamstress. She gives me some delightful pieces. It's wonderful. So I got kind of stuck on the right page, so I decided to start working on my left page. Oh, I'm actually working on both pages together. Yeah, so it's just a matter of finding the right placing and spacing for each item that I'm putting. My pieces of paper came from the prints that I did. I just found images that I liked that looked pleasing to me, not because it meant anything. It just, I liked how it looked, and I stained some of them with coffee and also with food coloring. That is surgical tape that I'm using, again from my medicine cabinet. This is a piece of brown paper that I stained with food coloring as well. And I'm using Tacky glue to put everything down because it works well, really, really good. And it dries faster than regular school glue. So I use Tacky glue and it works. So these pages, they don't have any words. It's not, it doesn't have like a specific meaning. It's just, I felt like creating. I wanted to cut and stick, and so I just gathered up my what we call ephemera, and I just decided that's what I was gonna do. So I got rid of a craving. Some people crave chocolates and chocolate cake, and sometimes I just really need to cut and stick stuff and put them all together on a page, and I feel very satisfied after. It's very freeing. So I'm just fiddling around trying to, put everything in its place according to what's pleasing to my eye. This piece of paper that I'm ripping up now, I actually made a stamp from foam, the foam sheets that you get in stationery stores, and I think I'll do a little video to show how I made it. And I was just stamping all over the page. So of course I kept it because I knew that I was going to use it somewhere. So I felt the page needed a pop of color, so I decided to put red. And there's also that strip of paper that has the red and blue, so I felt it should have red somewhere else to have it all tied in. So I'm trying to fit them in, just trying to make sure, it looking okay. And it's just, right now, it's just about sorting it out and seeing what goes where. And I'm cheating a bit and by putting some tape there. So what I'm trying to do now is not move anything, because when I move stuff I don't remember exactly where they go, and sometimes that annoys me. So I'm just trying to keep stuff in place, sort of, while sticking things down, and then organizing my glue. And that's what's happening. This is another piece that I colored with food coloring, and the edges are curled because it got pretty wet and parts of it were curling up. So I actually liked how it looked, so I decided to just force the rest of the edges up, and it dried like that, and I love how it is. I just love it. I really, really love it. Yeah, I took out a piece of that because I felt that was the only side of the page that had that, and it looked imbalanced. So I just wanted to kind of balance it off, so I took a piece off and I put it on the other side. Yeah. I love that little blue piece that I just stuck down. And this piece of cloth, shiny, with the shiny stuff on it, I really like that. I've had it floating around for a while and I kept thinking, where am I going to use this? Where can I use this? I want to use it, but it never felt right anywhere. So it found its home. So I think I'm almost done with this page. I wish I had more pieces of that pant, because I could actually use it in other projects. So now I'm actually on the hunt for other pant pieces. I'm trying not to destroy good pants. Obviously I won't. Can't afford to do that. And I'm done with that page. I think I'm writing the date. And now on to the next page. So these orange pieces are, I think it's tulle, you call that kind of cloth. It's a sheer, very, very sheer piece of cloth. And I put a couple layers because one, you weren't really seeing it. So I put, I think, 3 layers. Yes, I have a bundle of twine that I need to sort out. I really wanted to use twine in this one, on this side, because I like the look of it, the texture. So I'm pulling it out, I'm trying to figure out how I want it. So I had an idea in my head of doing strips. So I'm trying to work it out how I want it. There's a lot of shifting and stuff when I'm doing my collages. Well, sometimes. Still trying to work it out because I had a picture in my head. Trying to still work it out. Trying to get the picture on the page that was in my head. There I go, cheating again. Yeah, I decided not to do that because it wasn't working. Like, no, this is not making sense. So what am I doing here? I made a little knot. And I changed my picture. I love that flower. I dyed this page as well with the flower on it because it was too white. And this that I'm ripping is actually wax paper. You know what you put in a box when you're buying fries? Yeah, that's what I used. That dyes so nicely and it ends up so crispy. I like to hear the sound of the paper crackling as you fiddle with it. Yeah, so I'm fitting in my string with my button. I'm just trying to find the placement for everything, the look of it. I love that green there, that light green. It's really nice. I really like that flower. Gone in my button bag again because I really liked how the button looked on the other side. I'm trying to find matching buttons. And since I have one, I'm trying to strike a balance. So that's me trying to work out my balance. Trying to tuck in the string. Do I like it? Oh, I'm balancing the brown paper now because we just had one piece. Yeah. So what I've learned is that things need to come in. It needs to be done in threes. That way, it's more pleasing to the eye, and it has a more of a balance. So that's why I looked for the 3 buttons, and that's why I wanted to get 3 tannish, things. So we have the flower, which is kind of tan, and then we have the 2 papers with the writing. And then I realized that there's blue on one side and it felt unbalanced. Oh my gosh, how many times am I going to say balance? So I decided to balance it off and put blue on the other side. And I felt a lot better about that after I did it. So I'm just putting just a hint of blue. Just a hint on the, in little parts on the left side. Then I'm going to stick down my pieces. Apparently I like where those are and how they are. So I'm sticking them down layer by layer. So this one apparently I'm doing it top down. The other one I did it bottom up. The left page I did it bottom up. So this one I'm doing top down. Yeah. If you decide to try these or you do it, you could do it any way that's comfortable for you. Still working on it. This is new to me because I recently started it. I liked what I saw others doing and I wanted to try it, but I felt so intimidated because I didn't know what to do, what to put where, and eventually I started trying it and I loved it. So that's why I made this book, to do that. So I'm signing it, which means I'm done. Put the date, making sure everything's pressed and stuck. And I believe that's all. Oh, that's right, I only have 1 button, so I decided to put 2 circles. Yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching and thank you for spending this time with me. I look forward to you all coming again to another video. Thank you so much. Bye.